Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special top 5 video because we're going to be talking about lipsticks, and I have so many lipsticks right here, but more specifically I want to share my top 5 favorite lipsticks for winter. And there's going to be some high-end ones, but don't worry, if you can't afford the high-end ones, I included some dupes for you. So I hope you enjoy watching this video, and let's get started. Lipstick that I want to talk about is the one that I'm wearing right now, which is by Charlotte Tilbury. I have mentioned this lipstick like 3 or 4 times already in this channel. This is the KISSING Kissing Lipstick in Hepburn Honey. It is a beautiful like honey nude shade. It's just super wearable, very comfortable on the lips. It almost gives your lips like a plump effect, but it doesn't have any plumping properties. It just makes them look a little bit fuller, which is always a little nice if you ask me. It is a beautiful shade year-round and definitely one of the nude shades that I've been reaching for a lot recently. But if you don't want to spend $32 on one single lipstick, then you can get this one. It's very close in color and also in texture. It is not 100% a dupe in terms of color, but it's very close, so you're gonna get a very similar effect. This one is a Maybelline lipstick in Stormy Sahara, which is also a nude lipstick. Both of them have kind of a cream finish. I think there's a little bit more luminosity in Hepburn Honey, but in terms of color, they're pretty similar. So if you don't want to spend that much money on the Charlotte Tilbury one, then get the Maybelline one. The second color I want to show you is this liquid lipstick that I'm wearing from ColourPop. It is $6, very affordable. This is in the shade Tulle, and it is a beautiful rose with neutral brown undertone, so I feel like it can match pretty much anything. I just love this shade. This is a very matte lipstick, so if you have very dry lips, I probably wouldn't recommend this formula. If you do have normal lips such as myself, I would recommend exfoliating your lips, adding a little bit of lip balm before you start applying all your makeup. So by the time you actually apply one of these, your lips will be nice and moisturized. But I personally really love the ColourPop formula, and this shade is probably one of my favorites from the Ultra Matte Lip collection. And I don't have a dupe for this particular color just because it is so affordable. You have to buy it online, but I highly recommend you do it. You can never go wrong with a classic red lip during the holidays. It just suits the season so well, and this one happens to be from the drugstore. It is by L'Oreal. It is part of their Collection Privée, the whole range that's inspired by celebrities. And this one is Eva's Red, which is a beautiful warm red. It's coming off way brighter on the camera, but it is a really nice warm red. Not too orange, not too cool tone, definitely a little bit warmer than neutral, but it is very nice, very comfortable on the lips. It has a nice sheen, so it's not completely matte, and it's also surprisingly very long wearing. The only thing I don't like about this lipstick is the scent. It has that typical kind of drugstore plastic scent, but it's not a very strong one. But the color is beautiful and the feeling is just so nice. It doesn't feel like a drugstore lipstick on your lips. It kind of feels like something from like Charlotte Tilbury or like Bite Beauty or something like that. It's a very moisturizing formula and just very comfortable to wear. So I highly recommend this lipstick. So if you're looking for a really nice vibrant red and you want something that's not so cool tone, then I really recommend this one. If you don't want something as warm as this, And there's a bunch of other reds in the collection, so I highly suggest to check it out.
This lipstick that I'm wearing right now is something that a lot of you seem to love over on Instagram, and I do too. I just love dark lipsticks, and this one is one of the Lamarck lipsticks by Marc Jacobs, and the color is Blow. It is a beautiful dark vampy lipstick, and it's just so comfortable, very long wearing. It feels very luxurious on your lips. Like, it's not drying whatsoever. It has a very moisturizing formula, very long wearing, and it's just a beautiful shade. What can I say? It's just a very, very beautiful shade, especially for the winter time. The best way I can describe Blow is a very dark berry. It doesn't have a lot of purple in it, so it's not a very cool tone vampy color. It definitely is a little bit more on the warmer side, which is, to me, very wearable. And once again, if you don't want to spend that much on a lipstick, I did manage to find two colors that are quite similar, and they're both extremely affordable. The first one is by ColourPop. This is the Lippy Sticks in Creature, and as you can see from the swatch, they're very similar. I would say Creature is just a little bit darker than Blow, but if you shear this out, then you'll get something that looks pretty much exactly like Blow. Both of them are very comfortable on the lips. I would say Creature's a little bit more matte, but still, it's the same, pretty much the same color, so I really love Creature and I would highly recommend it. If you want something that you can just buy at the drugstore, then Black Cherry from Revlon is very similar as well. I would say it is not as dark as Blow or Creature, but it's still kind of in the same family. So if you don't want to spend that much money on Blow, then you have ColourPop or a Revlon option.
And last but not least, we have this brighter raspberry shade, and this is one of the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Bathhouse, I think. I know it has a 5 at the end because it was inspired by Deadmau5, who she used to date back in the day. But this shade is a beautiful wearable raspberry shade. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The formula is just, I think, honestly, I have a bunch of liquid lipsticks, but I think this one's by far the most long-lasting and comfortable formula that I have in my collection. I just love this shade. I've been wearing it so much recently. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you've seen this a few times already, and I'm just crazy about this like bright raspberry shade, and I think it's beautiful for the winter time because it's not as bright and in your face as a red, but it's certainly a lot more wearable than something as dark as Blow that I just showed you. So I think it's a nice medium of like a bright shade, but not super bright as a red or super dark as a really vampy colors. But if you want something a little bit more affordable that's very similar, I wouldn't say this is 100% a dupe, but it has a very similar finish and also color. This is one of the Ulta Matte Lip Creams, and this one is in Striking. Both of them are very cool tone. I would say Bathhouse is a little bit, well, not a little bit, it's a lot brighter than Striking, but both of them are quite similar. So if you want something that's like a raspberry shade and also in a matte liquid lipstick formula, then Striking is a really great option. But I would say splurge on this. Go for the Kat Von D because you won't regret it. These last so well on the lips. You can wear it on Christmas Day, on a holiday party, whatever you want, and these will just stay on your lips the whole time. That's why I chose this to be the last lip color that I would swatch, because I knew I was going to have trouble removing it. So that's why I saved the best for last. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. I would say go for this one, not the dupe, but if you want to save money, then the dupe is really nice as well. So that's it for this video. The sun is now setting, the lighting's getting worse in my room, so it's time to end this. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have other lipstick recommendations, please let me know in the comments below, because you know that I love lipsticks, especially if you have any other color recommendations in the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick range. Please let me know. And also, if you're new to this channel, please take the moment to subscribe so you can get brand new videos from me. Just click right over here to subscribe. So thank you guys so much once again for watching today's video, and I will see you guys very soon in the next one. Bye! I'm finding that the eyeshadow blend